What's up, YouTubers? Welcome back. Today we are taking a look at yet another brand new release from Joy Toy. This time the 37th Legion HERMIONE figure. On the front of the packaging you can see a great drawing of the figure. On the top of the box it says the word Joy Toy. On the bottom of the box it says Battle for the Stars, so this is from the Battle for the Stars chapter. Side of the box it says 37th Legion, and the same on this side. On the back of the box, there's the product parameters and a bunch of information and a portrait of the actual figure. And on the front of the box, if you open up this flap, which is held by these two Velcro dots, and I apologize for the glare, you can actually see the figure inside. There's her helmet, her gun, and her stand, and of course the actual picture of the figure. Now, for all you mint in box collectors, this is a great way to display this, but you guys know me. I say let's open it up and see what's inside. And here I've taken everything out of the packaging and laid it on the table. Here you can see all the great accessories that she comes with, and of course the figure itself. Let's start with the backpack. Now this is in a solid gray color. And I find it a little odd that they didn't do any black wash on it, but that's alright. You can still see all the great details of this thing. There's a clip on the side here with a pouch. Now these straps are pretty pliable and flexible, so you'll have no issue getting these on the figure. And on this side of the backpack there's another pouch. Next up, we'll take a look at the forearms. Now there's two of these. Now this particular forearm actually has a watch on her wrist. And these are rolled up sleeved forearms, in case you want to change up the look of the figure. And here's the other forearm. Next we'll take a look at the extra set of hands she comes with. Now these are gloved hands, and as you can see right here, there's some absolutely wonderful detail, and the grip on this particular hand is closed, and you can see the pin right here, and this is the actual articulation point. It goes up and down in this direction. And we'll take a look at her left hand. Same gloved hand with a tight grip, and this is actually articulated in this direction. And these are easily swapped out on the figure if you need to. Next we'll take a look at the helmet. Now we've seen this helmet in the past, and this time it's in a light gray color. The black lenses on the front and black mouthpiece. Great looking detail all the way around on this thing. And even though we've seen this helmet before, it's nice to have it in this color. And this is really pliable. One of the most softer helmets I've had in my collection. And of course she has a blank head right here, because the helmet won't fit on the ponytailed head. And I find it rather odd that everything's blank on this, but they did paint the lips for some reason. And this just pegs onto the figure so the helmet can be worn on the figure itself. Next we'll take a look at the stand. This has some really nice detail on it. It's in a gun silver gray with black wash, and you can see all the fantastic detail with the red hose right here. Of course the two pegs for the footholds. Nothing on the back side, and these stands are pretty hefty, so no fear of them falling over. Next we'll take a look at her long gun, or rifle. This is in black with a brown stock. Has a banana clip and a foregrip. Wonderful detail on this. Same on this side. Let me grab her shotgun next, or breaching shotgun. You can see the shotgun shells on the side of the actual barrel. Great detail on this side. A little bit of silver wash on it. And of course the pumping foregrip right there. Next we'll look at the pistol. Now we've seen this pistol with quite a few Joy Toy figures, but nevertheless it's fantastic looking, great looking detail. And it's just thick enough to fit in the figure's hands without any problems. And lastly, we'll look at her knife. Has a serrated edge on one side and a straight edge with a hook. painted in silver. And of course, the handle itself is black. Has some nice details there for molded finger grips. Next, we'll take a look at the figure itself. I'll bring her nice and close to the camera so you can see all the wonderful detail. I absolutely love this face sculpt with the silkscreen eyes, and this long ponytail reminds me of Cammy from the Street Fighter game. Absolutely amazing detail all the way around on her head. Coming down to the neck, she has this red scarf. And if I flip this up out of the way a little bit, you can see all the silver highlights on her body armor. On the front, she has a sheath for her knife. And let's see if we can't get that knife into the sheath. Should slide in there just like so. Coming down to her belt, you can actually see some clip storage right there. Her pants are in a light gray. She's got dark gray knee pads. Her boots are all black. And there's actual detail on the bottom of the boots with the foot peg holes. Coming around to the side, you can see the number 37 on her shoulder. And she does have a forearm guard right there. Down to her belt, there's a red carabiner. I really like the detail on the back of the armor right there. You can see the gray pouch on the back of her belt. Turning around to this side. Again, she has the number 37 on this shoulder as well. You see the blue canister on her belt. It could either be a smoke grenade or shock grenade. And here's her holster. And let's see if we can't get the pistol in the holster. Yep, fits in there nice and snug. No fear of that falling out. And back around to the front. Another beautiful female figure to add to my Joy Toy collection. I went ahead and put her long rifle in her hand, and I did the same with all her weapons to show you guys just how she holds them. She's sighting down that sight perfectly. Her finger is on the trigger, and this gun will definitely do some damage. Next up is her shotgun. Her finger is again on the trigger, and her left hand is on the foregrip. She has no problem holding this gun either. And she'll have no issue reaching a doorway or taking down a bad guy if she needs to. And for her last firearm, her pistol, again her finger is on the trigger. She's holding on to this small pistol really well. Now, the majority of my Joy Toy figures have zero issue holding any of their weapons, and it continues to amaze me. And we can't forget her silent bladed weapon, her knife. She's holding onto this thing, no problem at all. What I ended up doing was swapping out her trigger finger gloved hand, this one, with a closed gripped hand. And she's holding onto this tiny knife. It's not wiggling around, and let me flip it up so you can see. Zero issue with her dropping this or losing this. And it's articulation time. Let's start with the head, and even though she has this molded ponytail haircut, there's no issue moving her head left and right. She can look up about this far, and she can tuck her chin in this far. Now, coming over to the shoulders, these rotate 360 degrees. Elbows rotate 360 degrees. And more than 90-degree bend. Of course, the wrists rotate 360 degrees. Now, this particular hand bends in this direction. And her right hand actually bends in the up and down direction, like so. Coming down to the diaphragm, she actually has a hidden diaphragm joint because of the body armor. She does have a waist joint, which rotates 360 degrees. This is on a ball joint, so she can lean back about this far and only lean forward about this far. Again, the body armor is hindering some of this articulation. Coming down to the legs, she can do the splits about this far. She has a cut right here on her thigh. Now rotates 360 degrees. Spartan kick forward this far.
This is Sparta!
And double knee bend right here. Nice and tight. Coming down to the feet, she can point her toe down like this. She can only point it up about this far because of the molded pants. Of course, the toe is articulated. And the entire foot is on a rocker, so we can go back and forth in this direction. A lot of dynamic poses, yet again, from Joy Toy. Let's wrap up this video by doing some comparisons with other female figures I have in my collection. I'm going to grab this Joy Toy Stina figure I just did a review on. Let's bring in a Marauders Valkyrie figure, my custom bomb strike. How about a 50th anniversary G.I. Joe Lady J figure? And yep, she's still the shortest. And lastly, we'll bring in a 50th anniversary Cobra officer figure. And this just shows you how this 1/18 scale figure fits in with other toy lines. Well, this is going to wrap up my review of the 37th Legion HERMIONE figure from Joy Toy. I have to say, my female figures are really starting to add up. And that's all thanks to Joy Toy and their new releases. This particular figure has wonderful accessories, absolutely amazing head sculpt and detail, and has no issue holding on to any of her included weapons. It's just a matter of swapping out their right hands to hold the smaller weapons as you saw in the video. She's still available, and if you have the means, go ahead and pick her up and add it to your collection. And like I always say, I want to thank you for watching. If you like what you see, join the community and hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to help a fellow collector out and share your knowledge.